Listen, shout out to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. We got a lot of things percolating. Listen, tonight is going to be an action packed evening. We got ourselves a Ball Brothers double header, or should I say a triple header? Pause. We got a lot of things to discuss involving Lonzo Ball, Leangelo Ball, Lamelo Ball. We even gonna maybe get into some LeVar Ball talks tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be one of those evenings. You know, listen. First, I want to discuss Lonzo for a second. I know a lot of people got caught up in the stat numbers for the previous game. I want to let everybody know they just need to hold that thought. With Lonzo Ball, slow down, pump the brakes. We talking preseason, number one. So we got to break that down. Also, shout out to the Marcus Show. I want to get into Leangelo Ball as well. Leangelo Ball right now is on a world tour. Shout out to Stacy in the chat. Salute to all y'all in the building. Leangelo Ball, G3G Honcho, is currently on a world tour with Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is the headliner. This is giving Leangelo Ball a big presence of his own. Like I said, Jello, this music career is really taking off. You clearly see, what is it, Def Jam, Universal. These guys clearly have a plan in place for him, pairing him on that tour with Kevin Gates. And he's been all over New York City, Boston, the list goes on. There's much more cities. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. I'm hearing some more dates might be announced. So that's definitely a good look for G3. But now we want to get into LaMelo Ball. Like I said, and we got tip off in a couple of minutes. We're going to be giving you some play-by-play action on the Charlotte Hornets, and we will be giving you some play-by-play action when Lonzo Ball takes the floor. This is all three of the Ball brothers are really just excelling in their own right. I know that the dream, for the Ball brothers, everybody who's been following this situation, is for them all to play together. We know that. That's the end goal, but to see them all, separate, not necessarily, in a literal sense, but in their own professions, they are holding their own in their own right. A lot of people thought that Leangelo Ball was some kind of one hit, wonder, one trick pony, because whenever you come out with a record like Tweaker, we've seen this before on numerous occasions, with a lot of different artists. They come out very hot, and before you know it, things kind of tail off a little bit for whatever reason. I don't believe that's going to be the case, for Leangelo Ball, as we see. Jello, like I said, he's the truth and a half. We are minutes away from tip off, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. I repeat, it's going to be one of them evenings. Right now, you do have the New York Knicks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves as we speak. So, like I said, we got an action-packed night of basketball. It's just crazy. And it's crazy to see Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and company even in New York City, even though it's a preseason game. But we all know it's ramifications. Nonetheless, I don't care if it's preseason or no season. So shout out to all y'all in the chat. What do you guys want to see from Lonzo Ball this upcoming year with the Cleveland Cavaliers? One thing that I did find a little bit alarming to me was that they had another guard playing ahead of Lonzo. I thought that was pretty. I mean, just based on when Lonzo was on the floor, it was another player who was handling the ball more than Lonzo, and I just feel like we need to cut all this BS out. With Lonzo Ball not getting the ball the way he's supposed to, I think is utterly disgusting. That we have a guy with the IQ level of Lonzo Ball being relegated to in the corner. Now I just don't like this. I don't like what I'm seeing already, and it is just beginning. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So let's hope that they can figure this out and change things. Lonzo, I'm not gonna say he looked uncomfortable, but we know that he plays. Um, he played pretty much his game. He didn't force anything, but he did miss some shots that I believe is going to fall. Um, you just like I said, it's the preseason. Don't jump the gun on Lonzo Ball just yet. Um, who's to say that the Cleveland Cavaliers is a true championship team? We don't know yet. I'm hearing trade rumors for Jaron Allen. I mean, there's rumors all over the board right now. It's this kind of year. So if the Cleveland Cavaliers do not get off to a great start, I do see a situation where guys could be moved. And obviously I'm discussing, the big men at least. Shout out to Coffee to the World in the chat. I see you in the building, man. This is gonna be a big year for the Ball brothers, man, and it's evident as we can see. They all are cooking right now, all of them. We just got to keep it 100. Um, y'all let me know in the chat what's your thoughts on Lamelo and how much pressure is on the Charlotte Hornets this year. I was listening to a couple of different little podcasts out there. Some, like I said, they were big podcasts. Pause. Obviously, I was listening to Jeff Teague. I was listening to Raymond Felton, Charlie Villanueva. I don't know how to say his name anymore. Yeah, Villanueva. These guys was, running their mouth. So I mean, they was just talking crazy on LaMelo Ball. Some things, they have some points, but some things was downright kind of getting crazy. A lot of people feel like LaMelo Ball is playing street basketball. That seems to be a knock on LaMelo. The organization for the Charlotte Hornets people pretty much can't stand them for whatever reason, and we know some of those reasons. But we shall see, man. It's gonna be pressure. Nonetheless, like I said, we minutes away from tip off. Um, it's about to go down. Put your picks in the chat. Um, how how do you guys view preseason basketball? Because how many minutes is Lamelo actually going to play? I think that's a true valid question. We just don't know yet, but we're gonna find out. We minutes away from tip off preseason second run around for the Ball brothers. It's not just their second rodeo this upcoming year. And if you're the Charlotte Hornets, man, preseason, you got to take preseason very seriously. The Hornets don't have that luxury of saying, "Oh man, it's preseason, let's just chill." They got to go hard. And I expect that. From Charlotte this upcoming season. Now they taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. I don't even know who's starting for OKC. That seems to be $1 million question. This is a championship team, so I don't expect all of the players to be playing. But it is what it is at the end of the day, y'all. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the chat. How does Lonzo Ball fare with the Donovan Mitchells of the world? Like I said, Lonzo is back in Chicago tonight. It's crazy that they have these home and aways. Lonzo really look like he can't get away from Chicago. He on a new team, but it's like he's going down the same travels and same runaround. So it's crazy to see. I want to see what Lonzo Ball does tonight in his bounce back game in the preseason. And it's good that Lonzo went through pretty much a little, I wouldn't say adversity, but didn't have the best game early in preseason. I don't expect Lonzo to miss all of his shots. Mind you, it's not like he was chucking up 150 of them anyway. Lonzo was out there moving the offense in the best way he could. He's never going to be a hindrance to the offense. He can only make it better. As we can see. They have to allow Lonzo to really infect this game. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. If these guys continue to, you know,
Oh Lord.
they have to let Lonzo get the feel of things, because if he doesn't, it's going to turn into a situation where we've seen before, where
Mm.
the Bulls, can't, really get to where they ultimate goal, and that's in my humble opinion. What's the deal? What's the deal? Shout out to Marcus in the chat. It's Flight Sports. Was good. We got Lonzo, we got Lamelo, we got Leangelo live. Obviously tonight we got the Ball brothers coming on at the same exact time. What's your thoughts on the Ball brothers? Leangelo included. You see G3 out on a world tour with Kevin Gates. Well, what's your
I'm,
thoughts? What's your thoughts on Jello quickly? You
how
know,
my mic is? Am I sounding good?
yeah, you good.
All
Talk,
right.
talk
I
to me.
wanted to comment. I'll comment on a couple things and then I'll bust a move real quick. Just wanted to come in and holler at you, man. Shit. Well, yeah, I'm happy for Jello, of course. You know what I mean? Shit, you started the stream off with like, all of these dudes are successful. That's dope. So, I think Jello doing this thing is dope. And it's kind of I I never really just sat down and and beat my brain up on him like rapping and stuff like that. Uh, he just gotta just keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope. But when it comes to people talking shit about Lamelo and the street ball thing, I think it's dope that it don't really matter. Lamelo Ball's been doing what he's been doing since high school, and ain't nobody been able to stop him. For me, he's the one of the dopest in the NBA, and they don't really talk about his handles as much. He probably got probably the best handles in the NBA right now. I mean, I'm biased. I don't care. Kiss on
Very
the ass.
underrated. Very underrated. Last season, Lamelo, 25 points per game, 7 assists, shooting 47.8%. He only played in 47 games. How important is health, for the Ball brothers? I mean, because that seems like the one of the only roadblocks, that is in our way right now for them getting their ultimate goal. How big is health this upcoming season for Lamelo and Lonzo?
And that's a question for me, play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very important. That ain't even a long conversation. Like, I'm scared for Zoe. I talked to you the day of the game the other day, and then I got home, and then it was a highlight of this nigga tripping over himself. Listen, I'm clumsy too. You know what I'm saying? So, but shit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. They just gotta stay healthy and be careful. And that shit's
That's not.
spooky, you know.
Yeah, it is. I mean, especially like I said, it seems like every year is something. I know that Lamelo was dealing. He had worked on some yoga. People talking about, the ankle braces and things like that. We just don't know. Lamelo has to do whatever
Mm.
it takes because Lamelo, of all people, he knows that he has to be healthy. For the Charlotte Hornets to be
He better
successful.
be. He
Yeah, because
better
if he
hold that shit down. He's a
yeah, I
superstar.
do think
Mm.
that it's gonna be a situation where he could be moved. I do see something like if he doesn't, let's say he goes down. Unfortunately, of course we're not wishing that, but if he has any kind of something, I just feel like it's too much chirping going on.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Lee, I just think he got to save his job too eventually. And somebody got to take the
I don't like
fall.
him.
I mean, a lot of Hornets, a lot of Melo fans are keeping a little side eye with Charles Lee for whatever reason. I think it dates back to what happened, when he got benched and this and that. I don't think that was pretty kind of crazy and extreme that he pulled that on LaMelo Ball. Now, people could call it coaching, call it what, but who's to say that something like that won't happen again? I just don't want Charles Lee to make it look like LaMelo is some kind of fall guy here. I think that would really suck.
I hear
Um,
you. He probably did that slick shit because Lamelo always just had. I mean, he probably felt like Lamelo always had just the keys everywhere he went, and he probably never understood his work ethic or respected it. So he was like, that was like his whooping. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I ain't in the man's head, but like that's the only thing I can come up with because I remember that. Some bullshit. So.
right. You're right about that. Like I said, we're minutes away from tip off, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Charlotte Hornets. They live, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be interesting to see what players are playing for OKC. I haven't heard anything on Shea. I doubt Shea's even going to play. He probably play in the last game. I mean, he really doesn't have to. We're talking about an MVP, Finals MVP. I mean, come on. I mean, what else does he really have to prove? Um, but
Hmm.
for Charlotte,
Hmm.
I want to see Brandon Miller take his game to another level. I want to get a good look at even the big men for this team. Diabate obviously, and I want to see what's going on with Ryan. The rookie. That's another because the center position for the Hornets to me is the only position I think a little out of whack. That's not really solidified, that they need to really keep an eye on. I'm not sure. I think we're going to see how
Like,
good that position is. What's the deal?
don't mean to cut you off, but who they got? They trying to put together is the centers. They brought back the one. The
Plumlee,
I kind of
Mason
liked
Plumlee.
him. Y'all
I
wasn't
mean,
feeling him. I kind of liked him a little bit.
yeah, he was
Shit.
the yeah, he was the scapegoat. He was around for some
I
times where the
mean,
Hornets did well. He was there for a
that's what I'm.
playing.
All
He was
right.
there for one of the playing runs, if I'm not mistaken. So he understands a little bit about trying to win some games. So I
Mm.
think that he's going to possibly be the starter. Maybe out of experience, but I wouldn't sleep on Diabate. They're going to have a good center rotation. So I'm interested to see about that. That's going to be key. But nonetheless, man, we're minutes away from tip off. You got the Cavs versus the Bulls. Lonzo Ball seems to be the sixth man of the whole entire Cleveland Cavaliers situation. He played a lot with Nance. I want to see Lonzo get on the floor with some of the starters too. If anybody was watching that last game with the Cavs, it seemed like they just like he was allergic to the starters, because they just kept they did some Jello stuff. The way they had Jello just taken away from his brother. That's like what they did with the starters. Lonzo never took the floor with Donovan Mitchell. And I just think that was a disgrace. I don't know what the hell that was about. And
You
like I
know they
said,
gonna go crazy. They ain't even got to show that right now.
yeah,
You
and
know they ain't even got to. I'm sorry, but they ain't even got to show it. I would do it too to piss the world off. Let me just go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying? There might be a play, but I feel you. But it might just be a play. But hey, if you on later, I might hop
uh,
back on. I'm about
uh,
to stream some Call of Duty. You have a good night, man. Have a good
I
stream, bro.
Mike, I mean Marcus, before you leave,
Yes, sir.
in the chat, um, just check the private chat. I'm about to put my gamer tag. What you on PS5 or Xbox?
Yeah, I got a PlayStation. No, we
Uh,
yeah, we'll link up. I'll post up real quick. So
no,
uh
I just put in the
yeah,
private chat my tag. That's my PSN. So you add that, add me on PSN. I'll be on there. So shout out to all y'all, man. You see it?
yeah, I'm gonna do it first because
Yeah,
normally I have people add me, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
all good. We
yeah,
have to link up though. I'm all I be trying to shove grenades up. Yeah, I'll be on some other shit.
yeah. So I know they got that. Yeah, we're gonna talk. But like I said, we minutes away from tip off. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Chicago Bulls. We got Lamelo Ball, NB1, the one of one. It's about to go down. So I'm telling you right now, it's about to go down. Put your picks in the chat. What you want to see from the Hornets? What you want to see from Miller. If I'm not mistaken, Trey Mann is in the starting lineup tonight. It should be very interesting to see what we get from Trey Mann. Salute to Chuck Morris in the chat. Shout out to Coffee to the World. You already know what it is. Shout out to Marcus, of course.
Shout out coffee, coffee a real one.
Yes, the legendary Coffee to the
Yo, the
World.
legendary. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Salute to all y'all. Shout out, like I said, shout out to Stacy. Salute to all y'all that pulled up to the chat. We minutes away from tip off. We got Chuck Morris out there. Did you add it? Marcus.
I
You
am.
good?
I was just looking for you, bro, and making
Uh,
sure. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay.
all good. I appreciate it. We yeah, definitely gonna link. Let's say we
All right.
friends already.
Okay. Yeah, I think we are, but I don't want to be seeing you on there.
No, you
Which
gotta add. You gotta add.
which
You gotta add me.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Put it
Botox.
write
I'm
it in the
Botox
private chat. Write
702.
it in the private chat, and I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. My world. I live in a world of trolls, so it's all love, bro. You know what I'm saying? My world is weird on the game, but yeah, I got you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, type it in the private chat. Salute to Marcus in the building. We got tip off right now. Um, right now it's about to go down. We got MB1, the one of one. You know, it's going down. Trey Man, all the starters, everybody's out there. I repeat, put your picks down in the chat. You don't want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss this. Okay, I see Hartenstein out there. That's a face that we didn't see before. Diabate is out there. I see Shea Gildress. Shay is out there. Look like we got some notable faces. Alex Caruso. We got people out here facing off against this Charlotte Hornets team. Brandon Miller pump fakes. He gets a screen with Diabate. We got Miles Bridges with it. He's posting up Alex Caruso. Miles Bridges couldn't convert, rebounded by Wallace. Here comes Alex Caruso. Caruso is out there. You better look out for Alex Caruso. Um, we got a screen coming. Wallace throws it to Hartenstein, and he missed the dunk, but Diabate was called for the foul. Diabate can't believe it. Diabate can't believe it. The Cleveland Cavaliers are tipping off. We will alert you when Lonzo Ball takes the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Do not touch that dial. You know, it's about to go down. Lonzo Ball is not on the floor yet. We got Isaiah Hartenstein shooting free throws. He makes the first free throw. There's one zip right now. OKC. 11:27 to go in the first. We got Jared Allen. Jared Allen, this guy, he got found down there. Here comes Lamelo Ball, MB1. He gives it to Miles Bridges. Here comes Trey Man. Trey Man back in his old stomping grounds in Oklahoma City. This should be interesting. Miles Bridges called for a foul. Here we go. We got Shea Gildress. Kick it to. You got a miss from Wallace. Miles Bridges. He couldn't convert that rebound. We got head coach Charles Lee out there. Lonzo was first man on the bench. First man on the bench, Zoe. Here goes Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller shaking and baking. Screen. Brandon Miller kicks it to Diabate. Diabate got blocked by Hartenstein. Hartenstein there playing defense. Here comes Shea. Oh, Shea putting the moves. Oh, my goodness. Shea Gildress. Wow. Shea Gildress put the dance moves on Miles Bridges. Here goes Brandon Miller. It's 4-zip. OKC. Charlotte, they need a score right here. Here goes Miller. He kicks it to Lamelo. Lamelo pump fakes a three. Lamelo going all the way to the cup. Lamelo turns the ball over. Bad play from Lamelo Ball. Lamelo just turned the ball over. They putting good pressure on him though. He definitely gonna have to wake up. The Hornets in general. Everybody in the Hornets got to wake up right now. So OKC, they will put the dag on. Oh man, Alex Caruso with a big three. It is 7-zip. OKC. Bridges, man, that's crazy. We got a moving screen now with Brandon Miller. It's 7-zip. 10 minutes to go in the first. Here goes Dort. Dort kicks it to Caruso to Hartenstein. Hartenstein is fouled. So the Hornets starting this game really sloppy, and it's evident in the scoreboard with it being 7-zip. 9:59 to go in the first. Preseason basketball has ensued. Salute to all y'all in the chat. Chuck Morris says LaMelo averaged 25 last year. Okay. Hartenstein. He makes another free throw. Hartenstein, he just going to live with the free throw line, I see. That's 8 zip. 9:59 to go in the first. Lonzo Ball is patiently waiting to check into this game. Isaiah Hartenstein with a big free throw is 9 zip. Here goes LaMelo. LaMelo crossing half court. Met by Wallace. They kick it to Trey Mann. Trey Mann screen with Diabate to LaMelo Ball for three. And money. LaMelo Ball just hit a three. It is 3-9. OKC. Hartenstein with it. They kick it to Wallace. Wallace putting the moves on in the mid-range. Wallace with a floater, and he couldn't convert. But they kick it out to Dort for three, and it is off. Rebounded by Miles Bridges. Here comes Trey Mann. Trey Mann crossing half court. Oh, Trey Mann put the moves on Shea on the baseline to kick it to Diabate. Diabate all the way to the cup and one. That was a grown man move from Diabate. It's 5-9. Charlotte, they back in it. They back in it. Yeah, that's the kind of move that you want to see from him. If he playing like that, Musa making plays like that ain't shit. It's 5-9, 9:17 to go. Big play right there. We got Caruso with it. Caruso 3-ball where we had a shout out to Thunder. He says they playing OKC starters, so expect them to lose, but hopefully they have a better game. Well, let's see. You never know. Here goes Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller nearly loses it, and he does. It's OKC basketball. We got a lot of silly plays happening right now for Charlotte. The Charlotte Hornets, they're taking on the reigning NBA champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Isaiah Hartenstein has it. They give it to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea Gilgeous coming off a screen. They kick it to a wide open Caruso and is off. Rebounded by Musa Diabate. Here comes Trey Mann. Trey Mann crossing half court. Trey Mann with it. Trey Mann kicks it out to Miles Bridges for three, and it's money. Miles Bridges just tied the basketball game. There's 9 up, 8:27 to go. Here goes Shea Gilgeous, screen with Isaiah Hartenstein. Shea Gilgeous kicks it to Lou Dort for three, and he missed it. Rebounded by Miles Bridges. Here comes LaMelo. LaMelo back to Miles. Miles Bridges screen. Miles for three, and that's all. See, Miles getting too trigger happy. You know, you got to eventually get to the cup. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to Rap Guy Reloaded. He says that salute Chuck, Coffee, and Thunder. Here goes Melo. Melo kicks it to Trey for three, and it is Trey couldn't hit that. That's crazy. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. LaMelo out here looking for answers. Lonzo Ball still hasn't checked in. There goes Alex Caruso. Oh, Miles Bridges blocked Caruso. Good defensive play. Isaiah Hartenstein for three, rebounded by Trey Mann. Here comes Trey Mann to kick it to LaMelo. Oh, man, come on, they fouled him. LaMelo Ball was fouled. Good defensive play. That's what you want to see from Miles Bridges. You got to get out there and get some stops, man. That's a winning basketball. He got to start playing in the paint. I don't know what's going on with Miles. Trey Mann. Floater. He just got Musa out there. I mean, I want to see some more interior presence from Miles. That was a good block. You got to get back down there and get stops like that. That's how you win. Big three. Who was that? Shea? That was Shea for three. Shea feeling it. It's 9-14. OKC. OKC trying to do it to him. We got the Cavaliers out there. We got a break in the action and with the Charlotte Hornets. But here comes Io DeSumo with it. Desumo just lost the ball. Here comes the Cleveland Cavaliers. It is 17-10 right now. 7:50 to go in the first. Lonzo still has not checked in the game yet. Here goes Collins for the Chicago Bulls. They give it to Desumo, or he just got it blocked. I forgot who this guy's name is. Number 20 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 20 for the Cavs. He got a good steal. Lonzo still didn't check in. It looked like Larry Nance on his way in the game. I would think whenever they sit the guards, one of the guards, Lonzo will get in. Thunder says, I like they have Melo off ball first quarter, let them guard someone else. That's cool. I guess they got to try everything that works. I wonder if Lonzo going to play tonight. Because he sure didn't come off the bench yet. We'll see. Porter Jr.'s out there. This kid Porter Jr. was having more touches with the ball, than Lonzo. That's crazy. Rap guy says Jello being on tour with Gates is good. Yeah, real good. Right now, you got all these tours happening. It's good to see Jello on one. Especially with a good artist like that. Um, Shout out to Kevin Gates, for even allowing, Jello to be on the tour with him. And Jello is a good look. He bring his own fan base too. This is Jello's first tour. So this is special. It's special for LiAngelo Ball. It's the beginning. Rap guy says Zoe might play 2 quarters. We're gonna find out how much Zoe gonna play. We'll know in a second. We got breaking the action. We're coming back. It's 9-14 OKC. We got a good game going on so far. Charlotte Hornets cooking. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see what's going on with Lonzo. I want to see if Lonzo gonna take this court. Lamelo not really forcing it either, so I think that's really good. That that he's not forcing the action. I think that's good. Because if you have him forcing the action, I think that kind of like they supposedly have an upgraded roster, a better roster. It goes Khan Knipple. Was Khan starting? Yeah, they're bringing Khan off the bench. They're bringing in enforcements early. Here goes Mason Plumlee. Mason Plumlee is out there. Brandon Miller's on the bench. But LaMelo's still out there. There goes Mason Plumlee. A lot of people joke on him, calling him Mason Bumley. I think that's a little too harsh. Here we go. We got Lou Dort. He pump fakes a 3. It's 9-14. We got a foul there. No foul. Caruso picks up a big time layup. It's 9-16. OKC trying to do it to him. Trey Mann kicks it out to LaMelo. LaMelo putting the moves on. LaMelo to Mason, and he nearly loses it. It's 9-16, 6:26 to go in the first. Khan Knipple, the 4th overall pick, is out there. Now, you can't tell me there's a little bit of weight, on him, especially after, the last game, with Ace Bailey. Ace just went out and wild out. You definitely want. Melo, he missed it. We got a good game going so far. Shea Gilgeous Kicks it to Hartenstein. Oh, Hartenstein trying to end Plumlee's career. Six minutes to go in the first. Here goes Shea. They kick it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein has it. Hartenstein finds Shea Gilgis. Screen behind the back pass to Dort for three, and that's money. Lou Dort, big three. It's 9:19. Oh, man. Bridges was about to go crazy. There we go. T-Jan Salon is out there. Give credit to T-Jan. So he played real well. Oh, Sion James out there. It's our first look at him, too. He was the 33rd overall pick in the 2005 draft out of Duke. You know, we didn't see him last time. Here we go. And he's on the floor with Lamelo. He's picking up Shea. Shea scored on him. Here goes. Oh, man. Sion James with it. He kicks it to T-Jan Salon for three, and that's off. Quick trigger from T-Jan. You got to make those now. Lonzo walking to the scorer's desk. Lonzo's walking to the scorer's desk. Colin Sexton about to get in there. Lonzo Ball about to take the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Lonzo Ball is taking the floor. LaMelo Ball is on the bench right now. So we can turn our attention to this Cleveland Cavaliers game. Lonzo Ball has officially stepped on the floor with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. This is good. Here goes ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. Second game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's see if Lonzo could bounce back. Because we got Charlotte. I mean, they trying Sion James. No, that was Colin Sexton. It's 21-16 Cleveland. So Lonzo is out there, you know, and they got a lead. That's good. There we go. A lot of shaking and baking for Giddey. They kick it out to Giddey. Giddey shaking and baking on where? Giddey going to the cup with a floater, and that's good. Giddey just scored it. T-Jan for three. He missed it. DeAndre Hunter just hit a bomb. It's 24-18. Here we go with it. Thunder says, man, Shea Gilgis. Yeah, Shea is killing him. It's 11-24. They're getting popped right now. This game don't even make sense. Charlotte look like they just be like they letting this shit go. The Cavaliers game, it seems like it could possibly be a lot more close, and it seems more competitive. The Bulls Cavs. It's 24-18. Again, I don't see Lonzo handling the ball like I think he should be. But he is on the floor with Mobley, you know, so I see better talent. So you gotta let Lonzo utilize this talent. He's not even the primary guard on in preseason. Who the hell is Porter Jr.? We got Mobley bringing the ball up. And they putting Lonzo in the corner. Mobley, he missed it. We got a commercial break here in Cleveland. I mean, with the Charlotte Hornets. It's just crazy what's going on with Lonzo Ball and the play style and everything that they're doing. I don't get it. And those Lonzo, they give it to Mobley, to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. for three, and he makes it. So Hornets going to get it together. Yeah, the Hornets, they're going to be all right. Be patient with the Charlotte Hornets. Lonzo took a big fall and he got up. Cerebral core one. He says, I need the Hornets to win. It's going to be an uphill battle for Charlotte to win. We got a commercial break. I am informing you on what's going on with Lonzo Ball. You know, Lamelo is on the bench right now. Lonzo took a big fall on his back. He got up and said, I'm good. I'm good. So give credit to Lonzo. I mean, he's only going to get stronger and stronger. You know, every year after the injuries, Thunder says these are the reigning champs. NBA did Hornets dirty with this. They sure did. You know, everybody. Well, somebody had to play them, but what that is true. Why they couldn't play East Coast team? A lot of these other teams they are playing different squads. You know, they play. I see Orlando and Miami. They playing against each other. That's crazy. They could have faced Atlanta or somebody like that. New York, Brooklyn. That would have been a good look. Lonzo about to have a jump ball. Lonzo in the middle of a jump ball. He did a jump. Bulls got it. Dalen Terry, he lost it, but they called a foul. That's crazy. We got McNeely out there. Let's see, Brandon Miller's back on the floor for Charlotte. It's 11-24. Diabate, this is getting sloppy out there. The Hornets playing sloppy basketball. They're gonna have to wake up and play for real out here, man. Stop playing games. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. We got the Ball brothers playing. We got Lamelo and the Charlotte Hornets. They trying to avoid a beat down. It's gonna be an uphill battle, you know, because I mean, this is like I said, these are the defending champs. So we got to give respect where respect is due. Donovan Mitchell's out there. So they finally put Lonzo out there with some players. Because that was just crazy how he wasn't playing with nobody. I'm pretty sure he addressed that. You got to take the floor with everybody. Allow allow him to basically allow Donovan Mitchell to open up the floor for Lonzo too, or vice versa. We're gonna see. We got a break in action on both ends. LaMelo Ball is on the bench. Musa Diabate, he tried it. Crazy play, crazy. Dylan Terry at the line. What's your thoughts on Oklahoma City? Are they gonna get they're gonna repeat as champs or what? I don't know. You know, they sneak up on a lot of teams. It was about time that they did win it, but I don't know. Out west, yeah, maybe Minnesota. Minnesota did push them. So if you Minnesota, you feel good. I'm a big Plumlee fan, and I think he's underrated and gonna make my Hornets better. I think so too. Look out. It's 11-24 right now, 3:14 to go. Lonzo facing off against his former team. We're gonna use some play-by-play on that as well. McNeely is out there for the Charlotte Hornets. We got a jump ball with Musa. Here we go. Lonzo has it. That's the first time I seen Lonzo bring the ball out. They kick it to Ware. Good pass. They missed it. Lonzo is out there with Mitchell. Thank God. Io DeSumo with it, shaking and baking. They kick it to Josh Giddey. Giddey at the cup. Here come Lonzo. So Lonzo is finally playing the point guard. It's the first time I've seen him play point guard. It should feel strange. Good pass. Mitchell for three. Money. Donovan Mitchell hit a bomb. Oh, big three right there from Colin Sexton. It was a 10-point game. Sexton got 5 points, 2 of 2 from the field. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Here we go. Sexton. Colin Sexton, they just cut the lead to 6. Sexton with back-to-back buckets. Here we go. OKC just lost it. Here comes TJ and Salon. They give it to Miller. Miller went to the cup and he got blocked. It's 2:01 to go in the first. That's crazy. There goes Colin Sexton. The ball got knocked out of bounds. 1:55 to go in the first. 16-24 OKC. Hornets just lost the damn ball. Here goes Miller. Miller shaking and baking. Big pass. Here goes Shea. Oh, Shea put the moves. Oh, Shea just crossed Brandon Miller. He just cooked Miller. Yeah, that was filthy. He just put the moves on Brandon Miller. There we go. Sexton for three. Money. Big three from Colin Sexton. It's 19-28. Colin Sexton single-handedly trying to keep him in the game. There we go. Shea. They kick it out. It's a three. Who the hell was that? Number 11 for Oklahoma City. There goes Brandon Miller with it. 19-31. Screen. Miller, top of the key three. And that's off. 19-31. 29.8 to go. Got a big game going on right now. We got Shea laughing and joking with Jalen Williams on the bench. There we go with a TJ. TJ and Salon with it. Brandon Miller. Alonzo's still out there. Alonzo picking up Josh Giddey. We'll see how it's going to end. Three ball. Terry couldn't convert it. Here comes Lonzo. Lonzo finally got the ball. Porter Jr. Yeah, Lonzo finally is dribbling like handling the basketball like he's supposed to. That was just crazy how he was off ball like that last game. It's much better this game. Oh, big block. Donovan Mitchell to the cup, and he couldn't convert it. It's 30-25. Big three there for Patrick Williams. It's 21-31, Oklahoma City. 2 seconds to go in the first. They just called Lonzo for the foul. 10-point game in OKC. McNeely for three. He couldn't convert. McNeely been cold since summer league. That's crazy. Lonzo getting a lot of minutes. It's the end of the first quarter, and with the Hornets and OKC. Patrick Williams at the free throw line. He scores it. It's 30-29. Here comes Lonzo. Lonzo's playing point. Lonzo crossing half court, met by Terry. Lonzo gives it to Mitchell in the mid range, and it's good. It seems like every time when Lonzo passes somebody the ball, the shot goes in. There we go, Lonzo with it. Yeah, he's running point. Lonzo shaking and baking. Jared Allen in the cup. Lonzo tried to put it back. Giddy for three. That's off. Rebounded. It goes Porter Jr. to Ware. They're looking for Mitchell. Wow. Lonzo did not want to shoot that three. Wow. And he tired. Getty just threw that shit up and made it. That shit was crazy. That was a big play. We got a break in the action right now for the Charlotte Hornets. We got Lamelo Ball with 3 points, Diabate with three, Miller with zero, Bridges with three, Trey Man zero, Colin Sexton. I think he came off the bench with 12 quick ones. I think that's spectacular. Shout out to Chuck. Let me know. Can you hear me, Chuck? Salute to all y'all in the chat. Hang on 1 second. We got a commercial break. Back with it, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to Chuck in the chat. We got a commercial break on both games. Like I said, we got Lonzo, we got Lamelo. It's a good game going so far. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the chat. What are you most excited for this upcoming year? That's a good question that I posed to everybody. It's 32 on right now. Start of the second quarter. It's crazy. They're giving Lonzo some minutes though. You gotta give him props. Man, the big three. Lonzo tried to close out though. Lonzo with it. And Lonzo gotta get aggressive. Ah, Lonzo gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell in the mid range, and that's all. Lonzo trying to get it to his guys. I tell you what, the way Lonzo playing right now is like he feel comfortable not even shooting. He doing everything else but looking for his shot. Lonzo gives it to Allen. Big dunk. He just fat Allen. 34-35. You clearly see what Lonzo could do. Like he ain't even looking for his none of his offense. He finding everybody else. Good play from Lonzo. Lonzo getting some burn tonight. And I like the way they're using him. They finally playing him the way they hunting him down to run the offense. That's how it's supposed to go. Donovan Mitchell. 36-35. There goes Williams. Lonzo. Foul. There goes Miles. Miles with it. That's 24-37. 10:37 to go in the second. Lonzo's on the bench. Lamelo Ball is back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. MB1, the one of one. 24-37. 10:30 to go in the second. Here we go. We got a break in the action. Break in action, y'all. I'm reading some stat lines. Let's go to OKC. Shea came in 12 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He just filling up the stat sheet in the preseason. Then you got Hartenstein with 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Caruso, 7 points. Dort, 3 points, 3 rebounds, assists, and a steal. So you clearly see, they got a lot of different pieces, and that's OKC. I want to see what they look like game one against Kevin Durant in Houston. Lamelo just has 3 points, 1 rebound. Miller with 0. Trey Mann with 0. Miller only shot the ball 3 times. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when Darius Garland gonna play. That's gonna be a good question. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. We got a double break into action. We got a good game going so far. Don't get no better than this. That's crazy. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. If you're a Lonzo fan, you gotta be happy at the way they're using them. We back in it with the Charlotte Hornets. Lamelo, he has it. Lamelo ball crossing half court, met by Wallace. They kick it to Plumlee. Plumlee has it. They give it to Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller dumps it to Plumlee. Big time dunk. 26-37. 10-10 to go in the second. It goes Dort to Hartenstein. Back to Joe. He missed it. What they called a foul? That's crazy. Good game. Joe hit a free throw. It's 26-38. 10 minutes to go in the second. Joe hits another free throw. This guy, he's shooting 3 free throws. Brandon Miller with it. B. Miller crossing half court. He gives it to Lamelo. Brandon Miller for 3. Rebounded by Lamelo Ball. Oh, man. Another turnover. Yeah, Lamelo turned it over. I don't know what the hell is going on here with the Hornets. Let's hope they don't play. I'll tell you what. If they, I mean, they facing OKC, but I'm just saying they can't come out in the season looking like this. I need to see them against another team before I jump the gun. I want to see them face. I need to look at the other next preseason game. I want to see them face somebody. Dare I say, just a little bit more easier than this. Yeah, because this seems like it's too much. It was just way too much for them. Yeah, we got to see them how they're gonna look against another team. Con Knipple is back out there. He got to make some shots, man. Then they, like I said, they did the Charlotte Hornets dirty. It was like they don't want them to win. Next, they got Dallas. I mean, that's just crazy. And then after that, they got Memphis and then New York. Yeah, they did them filthy. They making sure they lose every preseason game. It's 27-44. Here goes Lamelo. Lamelo gives it to Trey. To Con Knipple for three. Oh, Con Knipple just missed that. Yeah, this is a bad look, man. When you got Ace Bailey playing the way he playing, you can't. Con Knipple can't come out here and go over. That's not a good. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's 27-44. 8:40 to go in the second. Oklahoma City just made a free throw. It's 27-45. We got a good game going so far. Shout out to all y'all that's in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports. Got the Charlotte Hornets out there. Here comes Trey Mann. Hornets trying to stay above ground before they go down 20. There goes Lamelo. Lamelo shaking the bacon to Miles for three. Rebounded by Plumlee. It's 27-46. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. Trey Mann out there. Plumlee going to the free throw line. Here we go. Mason. It's 27-46. 8:23 to go in the second. Shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. It's 36-39. There goes Porter Jr. Give it to Mobley. Mobley going to the cup. And he scores it. It's a lot of indecisiveness here. Charlotte, man, they got to wake up, man. I mean, the score is about to get completely out of hand, especially if nobody wakes up. It's 27-46, 8:23 going the second. The Bulls put on a tribute video for Lonzo. looking at Lonzo's tribute video. It's good that the Bulls did do stuff like this. They should have given Lonzo that video in the start of the season. That would have been a better look. It's just this shit is crazy. News says I'm confused why the Hornets get this type of whistle. I don't know that. They don't get shit. Here we go. They just calling everything on Charlotte. I'm telling you, man. It's 29-47. It won't be long for OKC just take them out. They can't keep playing like this. Charlotte was moving on from this kind of basketball. I'm telling you, they can't start. The way the NBA set it up, where they're not going to get shit in the preseason. I expect the Hornets to lose every single preseason game. It's funny. It looked like the only shot they're going to win is against that first game against Brooklyn. There we go. Lamelo with it to Trey. Back to Caruso. They kick it to Shea. Shea has it. Shea is just on fire. Hornets back down 20. This man is cooking. Here goes Khan Knepa. Khan is ice cold right now, man. And he traveling. Lamelo trying to give it to Khan, don't want shit to do with the ball. Trey, oh my goodness, Trey, man. That was wild. Yeah, Hornets got to wake up. Show some heart, man. Nobody playing defense. Hartenstein just shot a wide open three. Nobody picking nobody up. For Plumlee can't keep up with Hartenstein. And they won't play the rookie. That was a big play from Trey Mann. 6:50 to go in the second. There goes Shea. Shea kicks it out to Lamelo. Good pass. The Bridges to Trey for three. Good. Trey Mann. It's 34-51. Trey to the cup. So Trey single-handedly trying to bring him in. It's 36-51. Trey Mann forced OKC into that timeout. It'd be interesting to see how long do people play in the second half. What's gonna be the strategy? What's the minutes? Is Charles Lee gonna sit all of the starters? Now, all the Hornets fans in the building right now, salute to y'all. What y'all think will open the night against Brooklyn? It's not gonna be a walk in the park either. I think they in Brooklyn too, right? So they didn't do shut. They didn't do the Hornets no favors. Yeah, they. Oh no, that game is at home. I think they can win that one. And then they face Philly. It's like, yeah, they trying. They trying. Lamelo picking up Wallace. Caruso with it. They kick it out to Hartenstein. Hartenstein was fouled. 5:54 to go in the second. Crazy game. It's crazy. A big three right there from Trey. Yo, Trey Man done caught fire. Trey Man done woke up. Hopefully this could galvanize the troops, man. They finally got a little spark here. Trey Man made the last 10 points for the Hornets. So everything need to just go down to Trey Man then. So he the only one that want to score. Lamelo got to wake up. Lamelo, three ball, top of the key. There we go. Yeah, Lamelo got to wake up now. Trey done hit 10 straight. Now it's time. Now it's Melo time. 47-53. Shea in the mid. Shea is money in the mid range. Money. It's 47-55. Here comes Trey Man. Trey Man shaking and baking. Keep going. Give it to Melo. Melo, three ball. They're getting too trigger happy now. All these damn threes. Shea. I think Con Canuple just got fouled. TJ and Salon is coming in and Brandon Miller. They coming in for Trey Man and Bridges. Trey was cooking though. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Here goes Melo. Melo kicks it out. Melo has a screen with Diabate to Con Canuple for three. And he missed it. This nigga Con, man. You know, the Hornet team's gonna be very upset they didn't select Ace Bailey. You know, I'm just thinking about how the Hornets, they could have used a guy like that. Too bad Danny Ainge wasn't running shit. $42.55. This is a crazy game. Here we go. There goes Shea. Shea win it. Shea putting moves on. It's halftime in Chicago. Dort couldn't convert it. Rebounded by T-John. But this guy stepped out of bounds. Shout out to Nunu and Dex in the chat. It's 42-55, 3:49 to go in the second. Man. Oh, good defensive stop there. Lamelo had his presence there. It was Khan. Khan connected to the cup, and he scores it. Good. There's time for him to wake up. Mm. 46-55. Shea Gilders, 16 points, 3 turnovers. Shea don't look like he going hard. Here goes Lamelo. Lamelo shaking and baking. Oh, Melo put the moves on. To Miller for three. Money. Brandon Miller just hit a big three. It's 49-57. So Hornets waking up. You know, they was pretty much flirting around with a blowout. But good thing they figured shit out. That was key. It's 49-57. Salute to all the Hornets fans all around the world. You know, but I'm just saying, you know, when you look at a performance, you know, from Ace Bailey, you start to wonder, you know, what if Charlotte would have just took him? He was sitting right there on the board. You know, there's going to be pressure on guys like VJ Edgecombe, you know, because Philly, they could have just took him. You know, they might be kicking themselves, man. Utah, they got one. That basically, and they would never had him if he would have did what everybody else did. So my thing is, we got Colin Knippel there as the shooter. He got to start making shots. For a guy that's supposed to come in as the shooter, I mean, he just missed too much. It's 2:30 to go in the second. Caruso with it. Nah, the referees, they blowing everything. Pause. They should not make no damn sense. Everything's in favor for the other team. We did have breaking news in the association. I know we heard the news on LeBron James, you know, checking out on us. It's pretty unusual. Really, I don't think nobody's seen that coming. So I know I didn't. Here we go, Brandon Miller with it. Brandon Miller shaking and baking. Rebounded by Musa. Good play. 51-59. That was a grown man move from Diamante. So I'm surprised they ain't calling no fouls. Second quarter. Here we go, Brandon Miller. Screen. It's 51-61. Three ball for Miller. Good. The Hornets woke up. Big three from Brandon Miller. 54-61. There goes Shaq. I'm pretty sure Shaq gonna want to get to the mid range. It's just crazy. Here we go. Lamelo, three ball. Ooh! Big time bomb. Melo just hit a bomb in Shea's face. 57-61. They playing like this. They fourth quarter right here. I don't know the way they playing. The starters might not play in the second half. Give it to Lamelo. Let him shoot this shit. Here goes Wallace here on Lamelo. Fuck. Well, Lamelo, well, that was sad what just happened right now. Melo turned the ball over. That shit's crazy. 57-63. What kind of shit is that? It's halftime, ladies and gentlemen. It's 57-64. The Charlotte Hornets, they've been cooking up. You know, they trying to crack into this game. I think that's key. So it's all about can they, keep this kind of play up. Nonetheless, it is halftime. Salute to all y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for all pulling up tonight. Um, Stat lines for Lamelo, he got 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Brandon Miller with 6 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Diabate, 7 points, 4 rebounds, assists, and a steal. Bridges with 6 points, Trey Mann with 10. So everybody pretty much chipped in pretty well. Colin Sexton had 12. Plumlee with 4. Knipple, like I said, he got to step his game up. Con Knipple, 2 points, 11 minutes, just about. It's not going to cut it. The man is shooting 33% from the field. So there's a lot to work on if you are Con Knipple. You can't keep going down this road, to no avail. It's just a terrible look. But like I said, if you look at the way things is rolling right now for Charlotte, they clearly set up the foul. I feel like the NBA did not give them a schedule, that's going to be beneficial to them, especially in the preseason. I think they started off bad right away. The Hornets, true, if you look at their schedule, their best chance of winning is game 1 against the Brooklyn Nets. That's just to be honest with you. Every game in this preseason, they got some hard teams. Teams that they got no business even, but they are. So it's just crazy. Shit don't make sense. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Good play from the Charlotte Hornets, Charles Lee. Charles Lee looked like he was a little upset there when Lamelo committed that foul, that turnover, and then the foul. If you basically had a turnover, you shouldn't go down there and foul unless it's some kind of hacker shack or some shit like that. Everybody else, I mean, just hopefully we can see some more from Miller. He only had 6 points. He was kind of cold, but then he started hitting some shots. The real question is what's up with McNeely? We got to remember that McNeely was moved for Mark Williams, so we, we need to see a little bit from him too. You can't just ball out in the summer league and then come preseason, he's nowhere to be found. It is what it is. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Like I said, we got halftime. It's Flight Sports. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with the channel. You already know what it is. We got preseason coverage for you. The season starts shortly. The season will be rolling around in seconds. Before you know it, it'll be game one. That's before you know it.